If you ask most men where intimacy begins, they will point to the bedroom. But a thoughtful man understands that it begins much earlier. This idea reflects the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who believed that awareness and intention shape every meaningful moment in life. For men over 50, this perspective becomes even more important because maturity allows you to slow down and create deeper emotional experiences. Women often respond not to intensity, but to thoughtful attention and gentle gestures that show genuine care. There are certain hidden places on her body that, when kissed softly and respectfully, can awaken powerful feelings of trust, comfort, and emotional closeness. Today we will look at some of these rarely discussed places that can completely transform the way she experiences your presence and the connection you share. The first place is the base of her neck, right at the nape just beneath her hairline and above her collarbone. This area is one of the most emotionally sensitive zones on her body because it carries a quiet sense of vulnerability. When you approach this place with patience and care, it can create a moment of deep emotional connection. A woman cannot see what is happening behind her neck, which means she must trust the man who is close to her. When that trust is respected, even a gentle kiss in this area can feel incredibly meaningful. Modern neuroscience tells us that the neck contains many nerve endings connected to the brain's emotional centers, the part responsible for memory and feeling. This means that when you kiss her there with calm intention, you are not only touching her skin, but also creating a moment that her mind and emotions remember strongly. Unfortunately, many men make a simple mistake here because they rush. They treat the neck as a place to show dominance, when in reality it should be approached with quiet devotion. Imagine gently brushing her hair aside and pausing for a moment before leaning closer. Then you place a slow and soft kiss on the back of her neck. That simple gesture can communicate something powerful without saying a single word. It quietly tells her that you notice her, that you value her presence, and that you are there not to rush the moment, but to truly understand it. A kiss like that stays in her memory much longer than simple passion. It quietly tells her that she is safe and respected. And when a woman truly feels safe, she opens her heart in ways that are powerful and unforgettable. The second place is just behind her ear. This is one of the most overlooked and underestimated spots on her body, yet it carries surprising emotional power. The area behind the ear is closely connected to the brain's centers for pleasure and emotional bonding. When touched gently, it can trigger the release of oxytocin, often called the hormone of trust and connection. Think about it for a moment. The ear is normally reserved for whispers, secrets, and private laughter. It is a very personal space, so when your lips touch softly behind it, you step into a moment that feels deeply intimate. This is not about being loud or aggressive. The strongest emotions often appear in quiet and subtle moments. A gentle kiss behind her ear while you softly say something personal can send a warm feeling through her entire body. For men over 50, this moment becomes even more meaningful because maturity brings patience. You no longer need to rush or prove anything. You understand how to pause, how to stay in the moment, and how to let silence do part of the work. That calm confidence can make her crave your presence, not only because of the moment itself, but because of how you made her feel truly chosen. Not for her appearance, but for who she is when the world is not watching. The third place is even smaller and quieter, yet just as meaningful. Her inner wrist. This is not a place of desire, but a place of quiet respect. The skin here is soft and delicate, and beneath it you can feel her pulse, the natural rhythm of her body. When you gently kiss her wrist, you are not simply touching her skin. You are showing awareness and attention. You are silently saying that you notice the small details, that you respect her pace, and that you value her presence. Psychology suggests that gentle touch on the wrist can activate areas of the brain linked with empathy and emotional awareness. This means a kiss placed here can create a surprising moment of emotional closeness. When a man over 50 takes time to acknowledge such a small and often ignored place, it shows patience and restraint. It shows he is not rushing or trying to impress anyone. He is simply present in the moment, and that presence can make her feel safe enough to lower her guard. Imagine holding her hand during a conversation, pausing for a moment, and then softly placing a kiss on her wrist. The meaning behind that gesture is not seduction but respect, and true respect is rare. Now let us talk about a few slightly bolder places, areas that carry strong emotional power, but should only be approached when trust already exists between you. One of these places is the hollow of her collarbone. This area sits close to her heart, both physically and symbolically. A slow and thoughtful kiss here can make her feel as if you are not simply admiring her appearance, but appreciating the person she truly is. Another unexpected place is the inside of her elbow. Most men never think about it, yet the skin there is soft and sensitive. A gentle kiss in that spot can send a quiet shiver through her body precisely because it is unexpected. And when deep trust already exists, areas like her stomach or hip bones can also feel incredibly intimate. These places carry emotional vulnerability because they require a strong sense of comfort and acceptance between two people. Many women feel a little self-conscious about these areas of their body, but when you approach them with patience and tenderness, the message becomes very different. You are quietly telling her that you appreciate every part of who she is, even the parts she may hesitate to show the world. These are never places to rush toward. They should only be approached when she already feels seen, respected, and emotionally safe with you. When that foundation of trust is present, even a small gesture can awaken a powerful sense of closeness that goes far beyond simple attraction. Now let me share one more powerful gesture. It is not a kiss, but it can be just as meaningful. The gentle placement of your hand on her lower back. This simple action carries more emotional meaning than most men realize. The lower back is a place where many people carry tension, stress, and the quiet weight of responsibilities they rarely talk about. When you rest your hand there gently and with care, you are sending a silent message that says you are there for her and that she does not have to carry everything alone. This simple touch can activate the calming part of her nervous system, helping her feel supported, protected, and relaxed in your presence. If you have ever slow danced with a woman and felt her naturally lean back toward you when your hand rests on her lower back, then you already understand this moment. That response is not planned or rehearsed. It is a quiet form of emotional trust. This brings us to an important truth that reflects the calm wisdom often associated with Marcus Aurelius. For a man over 50, intimacy is not about speed or performance. It is about presence, patience, and the quiet confidence to notice the small details many younger men overlook. The base of her neck, the space behind her ear, the softness of her inner wrist, even the simple gesture of placing your hand on her back. These are not just physical touches, they are messages. Messages that quietly say you notice her, that you respect her, and that you value the connection you share. And when you approach those slightly more vulnerable places, like the curve of her collarbone, the inside of her elbow, or even areas where she may feel more self-aware, such as her stomach or hips, you enter a deeper level of closeness. In that moment, the focus is no longer on taking something from the experience. Instead, it becomes about appreciating and honoring the person in front of you. When a man brings patience, care, and awareness into these moments, the connection created can stay in her memory for a very long time. If these ideas helped you see intimacy in a deeper and more thoughtful way, then take a moment to remember the wisdom often connected with Marcus Aurelius. A calm mind and a patient heart create stronger bonds than force or speed ever could. When you slow down, notice the small details, and approach a woman with respect and presence, you create moments that stay in her memory far longer than simple attraction. And if you found value in this conversation, make sure you support the channel so we can continue sharing more insights like this. Tap the like button so this message can reach more men who want to build deeper, healthier connections. Share this video with someone who could benefit from understanding the power of patience and awareness in relationships. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video designed to help men grow wiser, calmer, and more confident with time.